I'll likely mention this again, but there's a solid reason why countless horror movies take place in forests and woods. They're undeniably eerie. Yet, no matter how terrifying a forest setting might seem in a horror film, like the iconic The Blair Witch Project, I can assure you, the real-life events and creatures lurking in the woods are even more spine-chilling. Here are some of the most bizarre creatures ever discovered in the forest. The proboscis monkey. These are some of the largest and most robust monkeys in all of Asia. The proboscis monkey can weigh up to 50 pounds, though this is typically true for males, as females are usually about half that size. They sport a light brown fur coat accented with vibrant red highlights around their heads and shoulders, which gradually transitions to gray on their arms, legs, and tail. What truly sets the proboscis monkey apart, and gives it its name, is its remarkable nose. Only the males develop this distinctive feature, and what a nose it is. Protruding like a beak, this fleshy appendage bears an uncanny resemblance to a plump human tongue. Quite the look, isn't it? But what purpose does such a prominent snout serve? While scientists aren't entirely certain, they believe this impressive nose plays a role in mating. It likely functions as an amplifier for the monkey's calls, helping males attract females and assert dominance over rivals. In essence, it's nature's version of macho posturing, delivered with a comical flair. Meanwhile, a man's camera captured a group of creatures emerging from the woods, and one of them was unlike anything ever seen before. At first glance, it resembled a horse, but a closer inspection revealed it was far from ordinary. The footage was recorded by a trail camera set up by a nature enthusiast who was passionate about wildlife. He had positioned the camera in the woods near his home, hoping to capture candid moments of animals in their natural habitat. However, he was completely unprepared for the sight of this peculiar creature stumbling awkwardly into the frame. The okapi. The okapi, a distant relative of the giraffe, is a long-legged, hoofed animal that also chews cud. However, aside from those similarities, the okapi stands out as a truly unique creature. Found primarily in the rainforests of the Democratic Republic of Congo, this fascinating animal remained unknown to science until 1901. That's probably because it was quietly thriving in a region that, even today, has unexplored areas. Unlike giraffes, okapis have shorter necks and legs. Their striking appearance features dark brown, almost purplish-black fur in some areas, contrasted with white-striped legs. They also have remarkably long tongues. Males typically reach about 8 feet in height, while females are slightly taller and heavier. But what do they remind you of? A blend of a giraffe, zebra, and cow, perhaps? What's your take? Bigfoot near a shelter in the woods. Up next, we have a true classic, Bigfoot, also known as the Sasquatch. This legendary and terrifyingly fascinating creature, often described as a hairy, man-like beast, is said to roam the forests of North America. This time, we're diving into some trail camera footage. Who would have guessed? The camera was set up by a group who stumbled upon an unusual shelter constructed from branches and sticks in the woods near Crescent Falls, Alberta, Canada. The footage supposedly captures images of Bigfoot, or as the locals call it, a name that translates to forest beast. Take a look and decide for yourself, do you think it's Sasquatch? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Bigfoot has long captivated imaginations as an elusive, ape-like being said to inhabit remote wilderness areas, primarily in North America. Despite centuries of fascination, countless sightings, mysterious footprints, and the ever-present blurry photographs, why are they always blurry, even in this age of HD cameras? The debate about Bigfoot's existence continues. Mainstream science dismisses the creature as folklore or misidentification, but believers argue that the vast, uncharted wilderness offers plenty of hiding places for such a creature, a compelling argument, to be fair. Many have devoted their lives to the search for Bigfoot, yet the mystery remains unresolved. So, is this the shyest creature ever, or, brace yourself for disappointment, is it all just a big hoax? The legend endures, and the answer remains as elusive as Bigfoot itself. The green basilisk lizard. The green basilisk lizard is among the most extraordinary creatures in Central America. With its vivid green coloration and a striking crest on its head resembling a mohawk, this reptile is hard to miss. A ridge also runs along its back, adding to its distinctive appearance. However, its most fascinating and unique trait is its ability to walk on water. By leaping from trees onto the water's surface, these lizards can sprint across it with impressive speed. This incredible skill serves as an effective defense mechanism against predators. While they appear to walk on water, their back legs and specially adapted feet make this possible. Flaps of skin on their feet expand, transforming them into water-walking paddles. This adaptation allows them to dash across the water's surface for about 20 feet before they start to sink. Luckily, they are also strong swimmers and can stay submerged for up to 30 minutes if needed. The two Found exclusively in the rainforests of Madagascar, the eye is a type of lemur and one of the planet's most peculiar-looking primates. When first discovered in the mid-19th century, its unusual appearance led people to mistake it for a giant squirrel. However, as understanding improved, it became clear that the eye is a unique species, closely related to lemurs but distinct in its own right. Unfortunately, the eye's odd looks have fueled superstitious beliefs among Madagascar's locals, contributing to its near extinction. Many believe that merely seeing an eye brings bad luck, prompting them to kill these animals on sight to avert misfortune. This tragic misunderstanding has made the eye one of Madagascar's most endangered species. Tarsier. The tarsier is a small, furry primate known for its comically large, cartoon-like eyes. These fascinating creatures are native to Southeast Asian islands such as the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei, although they were once much more widespread. Fossil evidence shows that tarsiers once roamed across Asia, North America, and parts of Europe. Nocturnal by nature, tarsiers have soft, gray or buff-colored fur and long tails. While they often appear rounded due to the way they cling tightly to branches, their actual bodies are slender with long hind legs. Their most striking feature is undoubtedly their enormous, round eyes, which dominate their small, rounded faces. Proportionally, tarsiers have the largest eyes of any mammal relative to their body size, each eye weighing nearly as much as their brain. These remarkable primates also possess a unique ability. They can rotate their heads 180 degrees in either direction, much like an owl, or for a more dramatic comparison, the character from The Exorcist. Uncontacted tribesmen in the Amazon. This footage seems to capture an uncontacted tribesman in the Amazon rainforest, believed to be a member of the AWA tribe. In the video, he is seen examining and sniffing a machete found in the bushes. However, he appears alarmed and quickly retreats into the forest. The AWA are an indigenous people living deep in the Brazilian Amazon, with an estimated population of around 450. They are among the last hunter-gatherer societies on the planet, preserving a rare and rapidly vanishing way of life. The AWA maintain their traditional lifestyle, deeply connected to the rainforest's rich biodiversity. They rely on the forest for survival, gathering fruits and nuts, hunting small game, and possessing an incredible understanding of the flora and fauna that sustain them. Despite their remarkable resilience, the AWA face grave threats from deforestation, illegal logging, and land encroachment, dangers that jeopardize their territory and existence. While efforts by the Brazilian government and international organizations aim to protect their land and ensure their survival, many AWA tribespeople remain isolated, constantly at risk from external forces. Though the tribe poses no threat to others, they have much to fear from the outside world. Man of the Hole. This is the story of a man who lived alone in the Amazon rainforest, known as the Man of the Hole. Little was known about him beyond his solitude. He was an indigenous person from the forested region of Rondônia, Brazil, forced into isolation after his entire community fell victim to the genocide against Brazil's indigenous peoples. It is believed his tribe was massacred by settlers during the 1970s. Nearby tribes also suffered devastating losses, with only a few survivors. Tragically, those who remained, except for the Man of the Hole, were killed by illegal miners in 1995. When the remnants of their village were uncovered in 1996, it had been bulldozed by the perpetrators. No one knows the language his people spoke, as they had remained isolated until their tragic end. The Man of the Hole lived in solitude within the Tanaru Indigenous Territory, a protected area in the Brazilian Amazon rainforest. Observed by FUNAI, the government agency for indigenous affairs, it was noted that he frequently moved his home, constructing straw huts each time. He survived by hunting forest game, gathering fruits and honey, and planting crops such as maize. Each home he left behind featured a hut and a deep hole, which gave him his name. These holes were speculated to be used for hunting or as a hiding place. In August 2022, the Man of the Hole was found dead in his final home. He lay in his hammock, adorned with ornamental feathers, as if prepared for death. He was believed to be about 60 years old at the time of his passing. The Maned Wolf. This unusual creature is the maned wolf, which looks a bit like a fox, is named after a wolf, yet is neither of those animals. Native to South America, it's the sole species in the genus Chrysocyon, which translates to golden dog in ancient Greek, quite fitting for such a unique animal. The maned wolf is the largest canine in South America, weighing up to 66 pounds and standing as tall as 43 inches at the shoulder. It has long, somewhat eerie legs, a thick reddish coat, and a wild mane-like tuft of hair. Active during the twilight hours, this omnivorous animal is well suited to its South American habitat. It plays a crucial role in the ecosystem, especially by dispersing seeds through its droppings. Known for its distinctive roar bark, the maned wolf's vocalizations highlight just how imposing an encounter with this wolf-dog-fox hybrid might be. The pangolin. Despite their reptilian appearance, these strange creatures are actually mammals. It's easy to see why they might be mistaken for reptiles, though, as pangolins are entirely covered in scales. They use their tough, scaly bodies as a defense mechanism, curling up into a tight ball to ward off predators. Their sharp, pointed scales usually do the trick in sending threats packing. Often referred to as scaly anteaters, it's no mystery why. These quirky animals feed on ants, termites, and larvae, using a long, sticky tongue that can actually stretch longer than their entire body. But being a pangolin isn't just about foraging for ants. They're among the most trafficked animals in the world, heavily targeted for their meat, considered a delicacy in places like Vietnam and China, and their scales, which are used in traditional medicine. It's a tough life for pangolins, but thankfully, more and more laws are being enacted globally to protect these fascinating creatures.